If you could hit pause on the aging process, would you do it? And why? Or do you think we should let nature take its course and embrace the wisdom and wrinkles that come with time? If you would consider hitting pause, this might be the article for you. Although we might not be able to stop the human aging process completely, the molecular mechanisms underlying aging show that aging is regulated by certain cellular processes. By influencing these processes, it may be possible to slow down the aging process and improve our health as we age. Let's delve into this. Eat less and live longer. The effect of diet on aging. In most animals, exercise and diet are the main influences on the rate of aging. In some animals, reducing food intake leads to a healthier and often longer life. However, it seems that it is not so much the amount of food we eat that influences the aging process in the body, but rather what we eat. Young gut bacteria. The food we eat and the amount of food we eat has a direct effect on our health and the aging process. But the bacteria in our gut that help us digest food also seem to have a direct effect on our health and the aging process. One research group studied aging in the killifish and has shown that old fish stay active longer and live up to 40% longer if they are given the gut bacteria of young fish. The composition of the microorganisms in the fish's intestine, the so-called intestinal flora, therefore appears to have a direct influence on the aging process. Among other things, the microorganisms influence food intake, metabolism, and immune defense. The composition of the bacterial community in the intestine changes with age. The diversity of bacteria that maintain a healthy intestine in youth decreases, and a greater proportion of pathogens are found among the remaining bacteria. Interestingly, the intestinal flora of the killifish is very similar to that of humans, so the results may be relevant to human aging. The cell's recycling program, autophagy, and the TOR signaling pathway. The amount of nutrients we take in with food affects the availability of nutrients in cells. When nutrients in the cells become scarce because a small amount of food has been ingested, our cells activate a recycling mechanism called autophagy. The term autophagy comes from Latin and means self-consumption. This is because the process of autophagy breaks down components within our cells in order to recycle and reuse the individual building blocks. It is now known not only that the process of autophagy decreases with age, but also that activation of autophagy has positive effects on the health and lifespan of an organism. The activation of autophagy is directly dependent on the availability of nutrients and the energy status of the cell. Therefore, its regulation is linked to a network of molecular signaling pathways. The so-called IIT network is activated when only a small amount of amino acids is present in the cell and is found in a variety of organisms, from fruit flies to humans. The network controls development, cell division, growth, reproduction, and the response to stress. Similar to a very precise sensor, the IIT network measures nutrient status in the body and adjusts metabolic processes accordingly, based on the need and availability of food. Reduced food intake apparently stops the activity of the network. Can I just take a pill? Here are some promising drugs that might stop aging. There is currently no known drug or treatment that has been proven to extend the lifespan of humans. However, in laboratory animals such as worms, flies, and mice, it is already possible to extend lifespan and improve health through various interventions, mainly dietary restrictions. Although reduced food intake also improves certain aspects of human health, it is difficult for humans to adhere to such a diet. Therefore, several compounds are being investigated to target the mechanisms that mediate the health benefits of food restriction. A drug, rapamycin, is one of the most promising anti-aging agents to date. For example, when fruit flies are treated with rapamycin, their life expectancy increases significantly. Linda Partridge's department was able to increase the lifespan of fruit flies by almost 50% when they were given rapamycin and 2 other substances. Another potential anti-aging drug that has been studied is metformin. Metformin is used to treat diabetes and, among other things, inhibits the formation of new glucose in the liver. Mice fed metformin live longer, and metformin is a safe drug with no serious side effects. So there are already some promising drugs that could slow down our aging process in the future. Whether they are suitable for use in humans and whether they deliver what they promise as anti-aging agents still needs to be researched. Eventually, once we manage to extend human lifespan for, let's say, 300 years, we can start a new research on how living this long would impact human consciousness and our way of life. Hey there, awesome viewer. If our content has both delighted and educated you, be sure to like and subscribe. Your support fuels our passion for creating even more fantastic stuff just for you. Thanks for being amazing.